I think the biggest thing I've taught is just like to simplify the complex. Like I really pride myself in being able to do that. And the reason that I think it's rare is that most people don't slow down long enough to be able to understand the complex so they can simplify it. So what they end up doing is simplifying the simple and just rephrasing things. And it doesn't actually bring value to an organization, to a department, to a process, to a person, any of that stuff. Right. So the frustrating piece that I've seen in my career is that people want to go fast. And when they go fast, usually the quality is not great, but it takes you to go slow before you can go fast. So I try to teach everybody that idea and to kind of recognize that you can literally solve every problem in the organization without understanding the details of that function, right? So for example, I remember we had a really difficult challenge with, around accounts receivable one time. And it was clear to me that like, we just weren't caring enough about what happened at every single step of the process to care to re-engineer the process so that it actually worked for the organization. Now, I'm not an accountant, right? I'm not a business process management expert or anything of those things. It just really requires like to simplify, okay, what are we trying to accomplish? We want money, right? And we don't want to have outstanding balances with our members. So where are all the elements that shift from there? And I think once I teach people that problem doesn't matter what it is, can be solved by pretty much everyone, it creates a level of permission and authority that's pretty, if the person owns it, it's a pretty powerful experience because then they're like really up-level themselves in a way that is just invaluable to themselves, to their career, but also to the organization.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Savannah, you could speak to that a little bit because I feel like you've got to work very closely with Scott, especially as of late, live conferences. Like, I feel like you guys serve each other well as far as Scott, you're a lot of times in live, in person. Savannah, you're serving on the backside of that with virtual.
Well, I feel like people come into a position and they get wrapped up in that title and they might not know all the details about something that they're being asked to do. And so they think that they're not qualified or they're not like worthy to solve that problem. Even lower level employees, just seeing them take on issues that that when they walked into that position, they felt unqualified to do, and they probably would not allow themselves to speak up or try. And seeing, even because I worked most closely with the customer success team, like every member of that team, I feel like has stepped into a role where they are like taking ownership of issues and trying to solve it before their team, before they bring it up to upper levels. And that's how it was when, because I first started working with you guys in 414 also, and seeing kind of the growth of everyone in to like become, people that are seeking solutions for things and trusting themselves to be able to fix it, even if they don't know every single, last detail. Because you guys are so multifaceted. Nobody in your organization could ever know every detail about what's going on. Like their brain would explode.
Yeah. I always love the thought when I'm working at like, when you're joining a company, an organization, a client, make yourself irreplaceable. That's like your first step. And then once you kind of reach the mountaintop, replace yourself. It's like you've made yourself irreplaceable with them. You've done everything you can. You've built up everything around you. And now slowly replace yourself, utilizing those under you. And then they get to be built up and you get to go on to something else.